What's up, y'all? What's up, Extreme Gains family? I'm Chuck, and this is Extreme Gains. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say is or ever will be financial advice. Please do not take it as such. Today is Sunday Sunday, January 8th, 2023, and this is my AMC, GME, and SPY weekly update and preparation video for tomorrow and beyond. As always, I hope y'all had a great end of the week in the market. More importantly, I hope you made some extreme gains for yourselves. I'm going to go over some of my regulars, my snake Algo method for all three tickers, some macro comparatives, and some technical setups and levels. So with all of that said, let's dig in. I hope y'all are enjoying your weekend as well. Currently on your screen is AMC and my current set of three potential new intra-week snakes. AMC finished the day, regular trading hours on Friday, down 2.78% and then up 0.26% in after hours, ending the week trading at 386. The current set of three potential new intra-week snakes that I am tracking are on your screen right now. You can see they all three, as they were projecting the same thing into the end of last week, continued to fulfill. You can see the location of price action within them and what the projection is from all three of them separately moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill them. From a technical perspective, the setup that I am looking at is this bottom build out down here that consists of a neckline to the upside and a critical level of support to the downside. The characteristics that I am looking at will be this build out to complete and either break out to the upside with a breach of that neckline or fail to build out here as a bottom and break down and break that critical level of support to the downside and beeline back down to the macro reverse third that price action found here, down here somewhere, depending upon obviously the day and time linear wise where that would break down and where that breakdown would be. So in the spirit of that, the levels that I am looking at regarding that setup will be of that framework initially, consisting of the neckline and the critical level of support. So to the downside, if price action were to reject off the 395 or breach right from where current price action is located and breach that 375 to the downside, the next level down I'll be looking at for support will be right around 350. However, ultimately I'll be looking, like I said, for price action to beeline directly back down to that macro reverse third if it were to breach that critical level of support and fail to build this out for the breakout back upside. However, back upside, obviously 395 breach within that framework and then a move directly back to that neckline, then ultimately a breach of that neckline at 430 to the upside, followed by 503 and then 548. Then with AMC, the macro comparative that most, if not all of you know or are aware of that I have been tracking and following on your screen is the blue macro double bottom from prior to the January 2021 run-up. This is the alternate position of it, aligning the double top with the double top here as we had previously discussed. And in that position, you can see the continued fulfillment of it, where we're at within it, and what the projection would be from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond. As far as the OG position of this, put it right here with the previous intra-week snake that showed the convergence back with. Obviously, we didn't get the continued fulfillment of that. And if we were to get fulfillment of this new potential day of divergence intra-week snake, you can see that it does show a convergence coming back with that as well. So I will be tracking that position of it as well. But other than that, I am looking at it in the alternate position with double top on double top, and that's where it's at. So that's everything that I am looking at with AMC moving into tomorrow and beyond. Up next is GME. GME finished the day on Friday, regular trading hours, up 1.48% and then down 0.73% in after hours, ending the week trading at 1634. The current set of intra-week snakes that price action has been fulfilling are on your screen. It's been fulfilling the projection now for 6 consecutive weeks. That is the blue day of divergence, and you can see all of last week continued to fulfill the projection as it was projecting dead on. I have the red day prior to down here in its mirrored position, therefore projecting a mirrored projection away from what the blue day of is projecting. Price action continued to fulfill both of them, as they were both projecting the exact same thing all of last week here. You can see the location of price action within them and what the projection is from both of them separately moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill them. From a technical perspective, same thing, have somewhat of a failed bottom build here. Price action beelined right back down to the next critical level of support. I'm expecting either price action to V-shape recover back upside and continue to fulfill the day prior to in its mirrored position, or release and reject off of that midline support, which was the previous critical level here, for the continued fulfillment back downside here. So those are the characteristics that I'll be looking for. The levels that I am looking at regarding that movement will be, like I said, the $17 level back upside. If that were to breach the next level up, 1805, followed by 1948. However, if price action were to short-term move up and then reject off of it, a move to that 17 rejection off back downside, or just release from its current position, the next level down I'll be looking at would be 1560, followed by 1380. And that is everything that I am looking at with GME. Last but not least is SPY. SPY finished the day on Friday, regular trading hours, up 2.29% and then down 0.13% in after hours, ending the week trading at 387.57. The current set of 3, yes, you heard it right, 3, and I'm adding the third one here. I was only viewing 2, but I got a chance to reevaluate today, and I'm going with a set of 3, and you'll see why in a second. So the current set of 3 intra-week snakes that I am tracking are on your screen: yellow, red, and blue. I started out previously just looking at red and blue, but I'm going to add, like I said, this third intra-week snake as the set of 3, just like on AMC, because of the relevance of it. So here is the position of it. Now this can be what I can see as 2 potential positions currently. Here is the one. You can see the continued fulfillment of it throughout and what the projection would be from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond. Then an extended position of it just a little bit obviously would change the initial projection from it here going into tomorrow, with the downside first, then the fulfillment of that continuation upside. So you can see the position within it and what the projection would be from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill it in that position. This is obviously the most accurate position of it at the moment. So there's that one there. That would be a day prior to the previous divergence only, and that was its straight up position. Here is the red, which was the day prior to, and in its straight up position, you can see the continued fulfillment of it throughout and what the projection would be from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill it. This here would also be valid in the mirrored position as it continued to fulfill with the breakout of the macro descending wedge last week on Friday. You can see the continued fulfillment of it and what the projection likewise would be if price action were to continue to fulfill it to the upside with that follow through of the breakout. Then there's the blue, day of divergence only in its original straight up position. Put it right there, excuse me. And you can see that it would require a continuation to upside to converge back with it in its straight up position as it sits, or a potential level change fulfillment as it has been fulfilling down here almost candle for candle. And if that were the case, you can see that obviously the continuation upside is a lot lower than what it's projecting in its OG straight up. So those are the 2 potential positions and characteristics of movements that I am looking at with that specific intra-week snake moving into tomorrow and beyond. Then from a technical perspective, the technical levels and setup that I am looking at, just as I had previously been talking about, this bottom build out within this macro descending wedge. Price action broke out perfectly on Friday. I talked about the support bounce off of the ascending level as it had previously done 3 times prior to that. Then the next level up I was looking at was the descending level of resistance as price action continuously rejected off of it as well. Price action broke out of that level, and my expectation was a direct move to the neckline, which is the green line here at 388. Price action did exactly that, rejected off of it here in the short term, and that is where the market closed on Friday and where price action is currently located. So to the upside, I would like to see a retake of that 388 to upside. That would bring a move to 392, a breach of 392. The next level I'd be looking at would be up here at this confluence of resistance between the macro descending level of resistance and this potential upper macro third in my box top method schematic at rate around 399. However, back downside, if price action were to reject off this neckline, I'd be looking at the descending level of resistance of that wedge to potentially act as support at around 384, 385, a breach of it, then the ascending level at around 380, a breach of it, and ultimately I'll be looking for that 375 as a macro critical level of support for price action to remain above. If it fails to remain above and this becomes a failed bottom build out, then the expectation is, like I had previously talked about, a breach of that level and a direct move back down here to this macro reverse third and the critical level of support from the previous macro double bottom over here at 355. And that is everything from those two perspectives on SPY. The last thing I like to do in the Thursday and the Sunday videos are look at these macro comparatives from the previous historical crashes on SPX. So on your screen right now is the 2000 crash on SPX daily. So daily clip on daily clip. I went over this for the first time publicly last week. This is something I've been tracking behind the curtain, and I thought it was time, and its relevance was too spot on to not go over out here. So there it is. You can see the continued fulfillment of it throughout last week, the location of price action within it, and what the projection is from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill it in its straight up position. Now, likewise, I've been viewing both of these and tracking both of these in their mirrored positions just in case this macro double bottom ends up forming and translating to a macro reversal back upside. Here's the mirrored position of that 2008 macro comparative on top of current. You can see where price action is located and what the obvious projection would be. I'm sorry, that's 08. I'm a dummy, my bad. What the projection would be, it's the same thing here. Moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill it. You can see here the fractal mirrorings, the same location within it, and what that projection would be. This is the 2001. And then likewise, I'm looking at the 2008. And there's the 2008 straight up position of the 08-09 correction and crash on current daily on daily. You can see the location of price action within it, what the obvious projection is from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond. And I just showed you this by accident, but this is the 08 in its mirrored position. Again, you can see the fractal mirrorings throughout all of it, the location of price action within it, and what the projection would be from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill it in that mirrored position. My friends, my family, that is everything I have that I am looking at for AMC, GME, and SPY moving into tomorrow and beyond. And that's everything I have for this video. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you all very much. I greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to smash the like button on your way out. I will get an update and prep video out on Tuesday after market close, and then I will be live here on the YouTube channel and on the Twitch channel Wednesday all day from 9 a.m. Eastern until market close. Don't forget about it. Come by. I hope to see you all then. Good luck in the markets tomorrow. Make some extreme gains for yourselves, and I'll talk to you all on the next one. Later, y'all.